Andrew Urquhart in the Ream studio. Joining me now is Tanya Unkovic. Tanya, I hear you've been listening. You found out that my pick is Meryl Streep. I think she'd win an Academy Award for playing you in the movie about your life.
I know, she's an extraordinary actress, actually. She'd probably do it very well, I'd say.
Yes. I'm not sure what she'd be like on a Kiwi accent.
Well, she did the Australian one, didn't she?
Oh, she did.
For the, I can't remember, what they called, the Chamberlains, yes. So she did that
A dingo
pretty well.
stole my baby. Yeah,
Right,
she did quite well with that. Well, she does a better one than I do, that's for sure. But in terms of the film of your life, what would it be called?
From Grief to Greatness.
Oh, nice.
Yes, that's the title of my new book.
Oh, well,
That's
look at
coming
that.
out really soon. I know.
It's From Grief to Greatness, based on the best-selling novel of the same name. Well, it's not a novel. It's you know what I'm saying.
I know.
And
yes.
starring Meryl Streep.
Starring Meryl Streep, absolutely. I can probably play little Tanya, the Tanya in the 20s. She can play Tanya in the 50s.
Ah, yes, of course. You're much younger than Meryl Streep. Sorry.
Yes.
How rude of me to suggest. However, there'd be a bit of a spoiler. You'd know that it had a happy ending, wouldn't you?
It does have a happy ending.
Which is good,
There's
really,
good
isn't it?
in everything.
There is.
Absolutely.
And honestly, some of us are still on our way to our happy ending, but hallelujah anyway, right?
Well, you know what? There's a saying, we'll get there when we get there. We're all on our way there.
Yeah.
Our own journey to greatness. And when will we ever know that we're there? I don't know. But enjoy the journey anyway and embrace the greatness along the way.
I love the expression which says it all turns out all right in the end. So if it's not all right, it's not the end.
Yeah, I love that too.
Yeah. No, very cool.
And it's true.
Hey, the beginning of your Lenten Journey this week, the first Friday in Lent. I mean, this is a tradition which goes back many, many years, but I mean, of course, still as relevant, still as popular today.
Oh, very much so. And, being brought up in my Catholic faith with my parents from the former Yugoslavia, where they were all very, very Catholic. I mean, That was something that was very big in my family growing up. And my mum would always give up meat on a Wednesday and a Friday and do all these other things. It was but then we'd all pig out on, Easter Sunday. But it was very big in my family. And it's something that's always stayed with me, funnily enough, which I love.
Why do you think it's important to continue this tradition? Why is it important to you, Tanya?
Well, me personally, the story of the Passion for me is one of the most moving stories. And whenever I feel overwhelmed by life or get into a little bit of a pity pot, I always think of how Jesus suffered on the cross. And that always brings me back into the now and go, Tanya, you can handle anything. My cousin said that to me once when she was very unwell. She said, well, Jesus suffered. I can do this too.
Yeah.
So for me, the journey of Lent is a reflection of that. And I don't know, it's just a mournful yet beautiful time to come silent and actually really reflect on what really is important in the world.
It's more than just giving up chocolate biscuits and fish on a Friday, though. There's many different ways we can approach the Lenten season of sacrifice and self-denial.
Yes. And, quite honestly, I say to people, you don't always have to give up something because sometimes that can drive people a little bit nuts, Maybe do something different. Do something that puts you out of your comfort zone. Do something for someone else. But also, it can also be easy for people to just give up chocolate biscuits.
Yep.
Do something that's really hard. And that's something I did this week. So do something that's really makes you feel uncomfortable, but do it anyway.
So for you, Tanya, if it's as if it was any of my business, what's your Lenten challenge? What task have you set for yourself?
Well, there's always something that I do every year, and I really try and watch my language.
Yep.
It usually lasts for about 24 hours, and I always use the excuse that I'm Croatian, so I'm really going to try that again.
Yeah.
But one thing I did this year, and it was just an impromptu thing, I went to Ash Wednesday Mass, and before Mass started, something told me to put my hand in my handbag, get my phone out, and delete the apps that I didn't need.
Oh, wow.
All those social media messaging apps, everything. I did them all while I was sitting in church. And, I had to stop for a second when a couple of them came up, and I went, no,
Yeah, yeah.
do it anyway. And I kid you not, the relief I felt when I did it
Oh,
was
good on you.
extraordinary. Yeah.
Well, that's really good. I mean, these sort of the apps. These are things that we thought, oh well, we used to do. We'll do these in between the other things that we do in life, and then they take on a life of their own, and can take up quite a bit of our time, actually.
They really can, and you do it in between living. You do it when you're sitting in the car. You're doing it when you're having dinner with a family, and it's taking away from living in the present moment, because we've always got our nose in the phone.
Yeah.
And we just stop living. And, the other thing at the moment is, a lot of the apps I removed are all social media stuff, right? And at the moment they trigger us, don't they?
Yes, they do.
So what you focus on, you're going to feel. If you focus on all the stuff that's coming through our news feeds, you're not going to feel okay.
Yeah. No, very good stuff indeed. How are you doing with that couple of days in, by the way?
I can't, look, honestly, it's amazing. I kid you not, even my husband said to me yesterday morning, your face was always in your phone. The courage come out to that.
Oh, gosh. Sometimes it's those closest to us that tell us what we need to give up for Lent, right?
I know, but seriously, I've honestly found more time in my day, especially in the morning.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be the first to admit that I'm checking the news first thing in the morning.
Yeah.
And I'm not doing that now, and my mood is very different.
Oh, well, good on you. And if it's all right, I'll keep asking as we head through Lent how you're doing with that. But, I mean, this is the thing. This is not another stick to beat us up with. For example, if we go back to the chocolate biscuit example, actually, God's not angry with you if you have a chocolate biscuit during Lent, right?
I know.
This is not another reason to drag yourself down.
I always say progress, not perfection, because the minute you focus on a speed bump, then you're going to start shaming yourself. Expect the speed bump, anticipate it, and, if you fall over, then that's fine. Get back up again and move forward again. It's about the progress. It's not about beating yourself up at all.
Absolutely. Inspirational stuff, and I'm sure this will be one of the highlights of the film made about your life with Meryl Streep,
Yes.
winning an Academy Award based on the best-selling book by Tanya Unkovich, ladies and gentlemen. And, of course, tanyaunkovich.com if you want to find out more information about the wonderful ministry that she has. Tanya, have a great weekend. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you. Bye for now.